Hello everybody and welcome to Romanceful's Tarot. I'm about to begin here with a reading. Now this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with everybody. It's really important that you do take whatever does resonate with you and you simply leave the rest of it aside. Now, if you do have any questions, if you would like to contact me, you would like to have your own reading, or you just have a question, please do look right below into the YouTube description box. You will find contact information along with a list of all the readings that I do offer. Please do not hesitate. It will be my great pleasure to assist you. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do click onto the subscribe button to show your support to the channel and to myself, and it is always and greatly appreciated, and I do thank you so very much. So with no further ado, let's begin this reading. These are messages for you coming from the universe. So let's go see what the universe has to say to you. We have here a communication followed by rebirth. I have liberation, and we're going to conclude with some co-creation. So let's start this right off here with some communication. Now, clarity and communication is called for, as your words are going to have great impact on others right now. Okay? Most important, however, now the universe wants to remind you of the communication that you have with the universe itself. You are in a mutual dialogue, and now is the time to pay attention to the signs and to the omens that are present into your life. You need to trust this important yet subtle communication. It will never lead you astray when you listen and when you act accordingly. Now, you are facing a moment when communication between you and others may have become somewhat disconnected. Perhaps people are withholding information from you or are not being clear about their motives. Now is a time to ask for clarity and to get clear yourself. Now, if you're sitting on the fence and you're ambivalent about your direction, your alignment task is to say no to playing games, no to coercion, to manipulation, to covert intentions. You need to take a straightforward attitude and don't be afraid to hear what might disappoint you. Be clear and demand the same from others. Now, the universe knows the importance of clear communication, and the universe is urging you to speak up for yourself. And if you've come from an environment or a family or a culture or history where you have just not had a voice, then this might feel like you're yelling. But you know what? That's all right. Times are changing, and now is not the time to be shy. It's okay to feel awkward, to feel flustered, but this is about bringing you the powers of clarity to say that it is your turn to be heard. So gather up your courage now. The people who are important to you in the long run, they're going to listen, they're going to witness you, and then you can engage in positive conversations that lead to heartfelt solutions. And even if your voice feels untrue and it comes from a victim mentality, you must still speak what is inside of you in order for you to heal or to change it or to find a way to the real truth. You need to let yourself be heard, and the great goddess is going to send strong teachers and wonderful allies for you. Moving along now to the rebirth. Now, it's important here with the rebirth. This is a very powerful moment to see some of what you thought you had lost go through a process of regeneration to live again. Like magic, the pieces of of you that you were considered lost in old wounds and stories that are ready to be reclaimed in a healthier, a more mature version. So where you were hopeless, now there's hope. Where you lost faith, now you have that capacity for even more. Where there was inequity and injustice, now you can see a better way. And where you were abandoned, now you can choose you. You are ready to face these parts of yourself and to gather them together as you step into a newer, a more powerful version of yourself, your work, your relationships, and your creativity. Have courage, let go of the blame, claim your accountability, and then go create something better. You can do this. The goddess Isis has come to help you as a potent supporter in your growth. Now, this goddess, with her powers of reincarnation, has a message for you. You are not broken. You are not wounded beyond healing. And opportunities are not necessarily lost forever. Your insistence on defining yourself by losses and wound stories are not serving you now. Your alignment task is to fully accept things as they are. Choose to find a way to put the pieces back together. Let die what doesn't serve you and focus on what works. There's so much goodness to come from this situation, even if in this moment you are feeling somewhat trapped. So, the universe wants only the best for you. And as your fierce ally, this is a challenge when you go off track. So pick up those pieces, tell a new story, and find home again. You are simply going to be amazed at how beautiful things come together when you reject the trap that is created by the stories that you tell yourself. You have the key. Now you need to use that key. Moving on over here to Kali, and this is about liberation. Now, when we're speaking about the liberation here, it's very important to say that you're being invited now. You're being invited by the universe to address the aspects of your own shadow nature. Now, your own shadow nature that have maybe held you hostage to old ideas that no longer serve you, of who you want to become. You can no longer define yourself by the victim story, and to expect to succeed in your life. There's a beauty in liberation that is deep, that is fierce, that is courageous. Now, it rises up from the willingness to break the chains of the past in order to transform simply into something new for you. You may be afraid to set these boundaries with others, for you must cut ties with the familiar ideas about life that have determined your place into the world up until now. Have you been holding back on shining in the world because you're afraid of the reprisal of judgment of others? This is going to help no one. You must step into life authentic and glowing. Refuse to allow the potential judgment of others to affect you. Every day, claim your power to liberate yourself from caring what others think. And when you are asking for the wisdom to live and to contribute, to do no harm, and to serve for the highest good of all, none of this matters, even if you tear down what has been built. So the universe is going to help you whenever you need to be courageous. Even when you are most afraid, you must be fierce, you must be living, loving, and willing to learn. Life is going to respond in simple, miraculous ways. So it's important to notice and to realize that when resentment and anger, they fester below the surface, well, the unprocessed emotions, they simmer until they boil over. And it's easy to project anger and envy and ancient inherited rage on others that we perceive as the source of our own discontent. But when something triggers these emotions, we can project them onto strangers as well as to people that are really close to you. So nobody wins when so much pain is unleashed into the world. So this is about being able, being willing to be teachable, even if it feels uncomfortable. And when you know more, you can do better. So be willing to take full accountability for the energy that you bring into your world. And Kali knows that the fierce, dark love that she brings is not always going to be comfortable to you. And the process of transformation is going to require some rigorous self-honesty on your behalf. But you have what it takes now, so you need to make some meaningful and be someone that you are simply proud of. Moving over now to your following message, which is your final message, and this is Spider Woman. And this is all about co-creation. So when we're speaking here about Spider Woman and the co-creation, it's really important for you to realize that this is about rising up to help you weave your dreams, to help you weave your dreams into the fabric of reality. Now, this message is here to remind you that your vision of the form of your desire, it's not important as its essence. Knowing why you want to create something, what motivates you, what inspires you, what beauty you're dreaming to bring to life is key at this very time. Now, you must be accountable for your creations, especially when you discover that they're not truly reflective of your own authentic desires or reveal that they belong to only your ego. It's not enough to turn your back and to hope that they're simply going to go away. If you have hurt somebody else, if you must repair that break, if you have manifested something that you're not prepared to commit to, be humble, release it. And the form is rarely the same as you imagined, and you can always begin again by calling on the universe and the Spider Woman, if you wish, her powers to help you for the co-creation for help. Sometimes you might get caught up into the strands of the web itself, only following the one that you think is sparkly and matches your wants. But this is only going to foster the illusion of separation. This is about offering you the alignment task of recalibrating your position. And with the help of the universe, you can move out of seeing separation everywhere to seeing the truth that is all of life, that is interconnected, and that is simply sacred to you. So this does conclude your reading. I do hope that you enjoyed. I do hope that it did resonate with you, that it made sense to you. If you do have any questions you would like to contact me, please do so. All of my information is right below into the YouTube description box. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe and have yourself a beautiful day. I thank you for being there, and I will see you tomorrow with new messages. Many blessings to you.